By the end of this video, you will learn how to build a reliable and effective backhand in pickleball, from grip to technique to shot variety, so you can play with more confidence and consistency, especially from the back of the court. So here's the thing most people don't realize when it comes to the backhand. Your grip can either make or break it. Unlike your forehand or your serve, where you can get away with a bit of improvisation, the backhand really needs a proper grip if you want it to work well long term. If your grip is off, it doesn't matter how strong your swing is, your backhand will struggle. Most people use what's called the continental grip. You can think of this as your all-purpose grip for pickleball, and it's especially critical for your backhand. It's basically like shaking someone's hand with your paddle. This grip helps keep the paddle face straight, allowing you to switch between forehand and backhand easily, which makes your whole game smoother. Now, there are also slight variations that come in handy for different types of backhand shots. One version, sometimes called the high continental, is just a small rotation of your hand that helps you generate a little more topspin, especially useful for backhand drives. Some players even take it a step further and go to a grip that's even more rotated for maximum topspin. But honestly, the foundation is still the continental. Get that dialed in first. Once you've got your grip figured out, it's time to work on how you actually swing. One of the biggest improvements you can make, no matter what kind of backhand you're hitting, whether it's a drive, a drop, or a slice, is simplifying your motion. Here's what that means. When you're preparing for a backhand from the baseline, you don't want some complicated loop or flourish. A lot of players bring over habits from tennis, like doing a big circular backswing. But in pickleball, that just creates more room for error. The goal is to take the paddle straight back and then swing forward through the ball. That's it. Whether you're going for topspin, underspin, or a neutral drive, the key is starting your paddle motion in a direct line behind the ball and keeping it clean all the way through. Your paddle face might be slightly more open or closed depending on the type of shot, but the core technique stays the same. This straight line approach reduces the number of moving parts, which means fewer chances for mistakes. Another big tip that instantly improves backhand consistency is managing your wrist and elbow. In short, don't use them too much. From the back of the court, your wrist and elbow shouldn't be doing most of the work. Try to think of your wrist as locked in place throughout the swing. You're not flicking at the ball, you're guiding it with your shoulder and your body rotation. Even when you're going for topspin, the brushing motion comes more from your upward arm path and a small wrist extension at contact, not a big, flashy wrist flick. Same thing goes for your elbow. A lot of people mistakenly try to throw their elbow into the swing like they're tossing a frisbee. That usually leads to off-target shots and a loss of control. Instead, keep your elbow steady through the stroke and rely on rotation and weight transfer for power. It might not feel as dramatic, but the control you gain is worth it. The first type of backhand you'll want to master is the drive. This is the shot where you're hitting hard and low, usually from the baseline. It's a great weapon, but only if it's done right. Start by turning your body completely sideways so your chest is facing the sideline. This is a must. If your shoulders are square to the net, it becomes very hard to hit cleanly. Once you're turned, take your paddle straight back so it's vertical. From there, rotate forward, make contact just outside and slightly in front of your hip, and follow through. Depending on how much topspin you want, you can experiment with different grip adjustments. The more you rotate toward the high continental or full side grip, the easier it is to brush up and create spin. And when you're ready, a little wrist extension at contact can give you extra pop and spin, but you don't need it to start. Focus on good shoulder rotation and clean contact first. Next up is the slice, which is usually used on returns. It's all about control and depth, and it has a different feel from the drive. On the slice, keep your grip in the continental position. No variations here. You'll still start by turning your body, but your swing path is more of a downward brushing motion to put some underspin on the ball. The paddle stays on the same side of your body throughout, and there's no follow-through across like you would with a topspin shot. What really powers this shot is your shoulder and your momentum moving through the ball. No wrist, no elbow, just a nice firm swing with good timing. You can even hit a good slice when the ball is coming into your body, but ideally, you want to step to the side and hit it just off your hip. And here's a great little bonus tip. Try to be moving forward as you hit your return. That extra momentum not only helps get the ball deep, but also sets you up to get to the kitchen line faster. The final shot, and probably the most important, is the backhand drop. This is your transition tool, the shot that helps you move from defense to offense especially when your opponents are pressuring you at the net. What's different here is that you want to take your paddle back a little lower than usual. Since the goal is to lift the ball gently into the kitchen, starting low allows you to brush up and carry the ball with more control. Again, keep the grip light and use your shoulder to power the stroke. Don't swing big. Your drop should be compact and accurate, with very little follow-through beyond the contact point. The more swing you add, the more variables creep in, and that's when drops start to go long or into the net. A smooth, short motion is all you need. No matter which backhand you're hitting, there are a few universal truths that'll help you stay consistent. Keep your grip steady, preferably the continental. Minimize unnecessary motion in your wrist and elbow. Focus on rotation, clean contact, and hitting through the sweet spot. And most importantly, match the technique to the type of shot you're hitting. If your backhand still feels off, don't sweat it. Everyone struggles with this shot at some point. But once you understand the fundamentals and apply them with purpose, it becomes a much more reliable part of your game. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more detailed tutorials on different types of backhands, don't forget to subscribe. We're growing fast and posting fresh tips every week to help you keep improving. See you next time, and happy hitting!